Don't just wake up and people trust you with their 100,000. You know, 100,000 may sound very little, but still to another person, it's a lot of money.
Sure.
So actually, those are the experiences that I got. Somebody has paid you 100,000, and they'll keep calling. Have you booked? Have you? I'm calling the hotel to ensure that you have booked.
With us today, we're having Phoebe Maina, CEO of Steri Tours. She'll be telling us more about her business. Welcome. Hi, Phoebe.
Hi.
Yeah, thanks for having us today. Tell us what you do. Tell us about Phoebe. There are people out there who want to know more about you.
Okay. I am an adventurous person.
Okay.
As the CEO of Steri Tours and Travel, a socially responsible travel company based here in Kenya. I love traveling, and for that reason, I created a company that takes people to beautiful places as I expose them to hidden gems of our country and also East Africa, as well as introduce them to different cultures that make our beautiful country. Yeah.
Nice. So, what is it that makes your company, comparing them to other companies, what makes your company stand out?
One is we are more people-oriented, is traveling for impact. That is what we focus on, creating jobs for the youth and also creating income-generating activities for the communities by highlighting the cultural experiences that are made by different tribes in our country. So that makes us stand out because we are not just about taking people to Masai Mara or the safaris in Amboseli, Samburu. Beyond that, we take them to other places to not only experience the natural setup of our country, but also the people that make our country. So they get to taste and experience different cuisines, different cultural activities, and that makes our tours unique and make us stand out from the other companies.
Wow, that's great, I can see. How flexible is your schedule? How flexible is it? Is it you work on weekends? Can someone call you at night and rely on you for any travel or something? How flexible is your schedule?
Our schedule is very flexible because we serve different people from different countries who come to East Africa and also to Kenya. So we are on different time zones. So we are available. We always have somebody online to to attend to our clients because of the time difference. Yeah.
Okay. So there are times that you can find some customers that are maybe, customers are not the same, personalities are not the same. So you can find customers that are a bit pressurizing or something. So how do you deal with that as a company? How do you deal with customers like that?
Okay, one, we know we are a service company, and so we serve different people, different personalities with different needs. And so as a company, we take time to understand our client. And so we take you through like a short interview to just get to understand what is it you're looking for, what is your budget, what experiences do you want, and then we look at what we offer, whether we are able to offer that. And if we are able to offer that, we proceed, and then we really engage one-on-one with our clients to understand what they want until we provide, or rather we give them a package that suits their budget and also their interest. I know some can be very, very difficult, but especially when I'm dealing with them, as well as also my employees, we have studied psychology, and so we are able to handle clients at an individual level. Yeah.
So what inspired you into venturing in tours and travel?
Okay, I was working with an NGO. I've worked with many NGOs, and while at it, I was organizing the trips for the missionaries that were coming to Kenya to work on different projects. And so while at it, I learned that I loved creating their itineraries and going with them around the country, showing them what we got. And because after working with the community for a whole week, the last 2 days of their stay in the country, we used to visit a national park and do a safari together. So I found that quite fascinating and quite adventurous. And I, being an adventurous person, I thought, I can do this as a business. And so I started it as a side hustle, as I still worked in the NGO world until 2020. During COVID, my contract ended just when COVID struck. And I had decided I wanted to build now my tour business so that I create employment, which is quite interesting because it's like a leap of faith. During COVID, nobody was traveling, but I had my mind made up to start, the business and take it to the next level, because the previous years it was just a side hustle.
Okay. So comparing it to how you started versus how you're going, how can you tell of the journey? What are the difficulties? Like how you started and how it's going right now, plus the place that you are right now. How is it going so far?
Okay. When I began, like I mentioned, it was a side hustle. So I was just taking it casually because already I had a salary coming every end month, and so that I didn't put so much seriousness into the business, and so I would only serve the clients that came through referrals or rather my friends. But then now when I decided to go full time, one, it was a crazy decision because it was on the onset of COVID, and I had to survive on the savings that I had made from employment. But I had so much faith that the business will pick up, regardless on whether COVID was, I didn't know how much time COVID was to take. So during that time, I had to be innovative and creative in creating packages, given that people were not traveling. Actually, we got cancellations for the Easter holiday that April when COVID broke out, and the country was locked down, like totally there was no movement, so there was no business. Then in August 2020, when the president opened up the country, I thought of coming up with exciting and creative ways to encourage people to travel. And my first group that, my first package that I created was a momcation. Because I realized many women were stuck in the house and with children, and a lot was happening, and many were almost, going into depression. They needed a getaway, or they needed to get out of the house. So I created a momcation to Kajiado, and I got people sign up, and we went there, and it was quite encouraging. I was very encouraged to go for overnight with women, sit by fire, and share stories, share experiences, whatever somebody is doing. And I thought this is something that I can be doing, even not just for moms, but for other people. So after the momcation, now came the hikes, because Kenyans also, everybody wanted to get out of the house. So I started creating hiking trips to Longonot. We have lots of mountains in Kenya. So I created the hikes. Then while at it, in 2021, I got an interest in golfing. And so I visited one of the golf club, and I was like, this is quite fascinating, so I can start creating golf trips. And I did my first golf trip, which I called Golf Divas. So it was introducing women into golfing, where now they get to interact with one another, network while they golf. And I also got people interested, they signed up, and we did our first trip at Thika Greens Golf Club. And so I would say the journey so far, it's been quite challenging, because now to get people to travel, and also get people coming from abroad also to take up the packages that we were creating. It was a challenge. So that time, I would say 2020 and 2021, most of our business was locally driven, because it was the locals. We didn't have internationals coming. But as we continued, as COVID continued to go down, we started now getting the international visitors coming into the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've mentioned about friends, family. They were also incorporated in the tours and everything. Just but to ask, when it comes to family and friends, people they'll tend to maybe try to negotiate, lower the prices because you know them.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
No, that one I am very clear with friends because of course that one comes.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know that I don't want to say it's a Kenyan thing, but it's something that happens. If you are the person close to them and you're doing that business, you'll find them like negotiating and they want the cost to go very, very low. But we have set our prices. We have set our cost as a business. So there is a cost. We can't go lower than. So we tell them this is what we are offering and this is what you're paying for. And I'm sorry, we can't go lower than that. Yeah. And if the friend decides or chooses to use another tour company, initially I used to catch or rather to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But as a person, I have grown so much that I don't take offense because there is a reason why they have chosen another company, and I don't feel entitled that now that I own a tour company, all my friends should book from me. So if they book a holiday and I see their pictures, they have gone with another company, it's no longer, I no longer feel bad about it.
As for me, I would take offense.
You would?
I would take offense because I tell you, you cannot be my friend and you're not marketing me. Just to continue, I wanted to ask about people maybe want to know more about your company. People want to partner with you maybe. You have social media platforms, right?
Yes.
So can you give us the handles?
Yeah, we have Steri Tours on Facebook.
Okay.
We have at Steri Tours KE on Instagram.
Okay.
We are also on LinkedIn. We are yet to recover our Twitter account on, we don't have a Twitter account currently.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have the LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and also on TikTok.
So in all these platforms, where specifically can they book?
They can book on the website. And also our website has a WhatsApp button. So the moment you click on the WhatsApp, you can make an inquiry.
Okay.
Yeah, also on Instagram. And then we will get the message and then we create the package. We like personalizing the packages.
Okay.
So that, because customers are different.
Yeah,
so
sure.
we may have created a package, but it doesn't suit your interest. So you can contact us and tell us, I'm interested in this Mombasa package, but can you remove snorkeling? I'm not a fan of snorkeling. Put a tour to Old Mombasa or something like that. And so we will listen and then curate it to your interest and to your budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a good day, we're talking about good days when you have more customers.
Yeah.
Good day when people are having, maybe there's a holiday or something. On a good day,
Yes.
How many vans or how many Land Cruisers can you fill?
On a good day, if we have a good day, I would say from 10, that is a good day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
But 10 is a lot.
10 is a lot.
Yeah. Especially on weekdays. But on a weekend, 10 is not a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. 10 Land Cruisers is not a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. So we are approaching the end of the year and we are approaching the festive season and the holidays.
Yeah.
So what should people look up to? What should people expect? What should the customers expect?
Actually, I would say right now, because we've been making calls to the hotels. Some hotels at the coast, because Kenyans, they love the beach during Christmas.
Definitely.
So some of the hotels are already filled up.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, as of today morning.
Wow.
Yeah, so what I would like to tell Kenyans, if you're planning to travel for Christmas, this is the time to start the conversation to book, because even the flights are going up. The cost of the flights are going up, and also the hotels are filling up because festive season is quite we have so many people wanting to go, especially to the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone who's hearing right now, you better book as early as now. Talking of which, do you offer services to customers only destinations around Kenya, or you go even outside Kenya and other parts of the world?
Yeah. We do Kenya. I mean, we do East Africa for the locals and also for the international travelers, and also for Kenyans wanting to go outside Kenya. We do Dubai. Like now, we have a couple of bookings for Kenyans going to Dubai for Christmas. Those who want to go to Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Turkey, what is it called? Namibia, Victoria Falls, South Africa. Yeah. I would say we are global.
Oh, you're global.
Yes.
That's nice.
Though we are a startup, we are growing to get there. Yeah.
Okay. So, just but to ask, maybe for a friend.
Yes.
Like what is the affordable maybe budget, if you can give us the numbers, if that's comfortable with you?
Yeah.
What's the affordable budget for a common man? Maybe someone who's just, you know, at an average, who's averagely earning some average income, let's say.
What do you mean by average? Like about how much?
Okay. Average. Okay. Yeah, sure. Maybe something to do with 100,000.
100,000. Yeah. And during Christmas.
Yeah.
For a Christmas, I would say if you're using the SGR, that is quite economical.
Okay.
Because the SGR, the cost is standard. It doesn't go up because it is Christmas.
Yeah.
Like unlike the flights. So I would say with about one person. It becomes cheaper when you're traveling with other people or with another person, because you've had us talk about per person sharing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and so if you're traveling like two people for during Christmas, with between 50 and 100K, you'll be good.
Between them.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Okay.
And that is now, I mean, I would say affordable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how many days are there? Like for how many days?
3 to 4.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
Well, that's affordable.
If you use the SGR.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, what are the challenges that you've faced?
Okay, one, the challenges are like capital, because it's a service business which in some way you can start without any capital, but as you grow and you start engaging customers like corporate, they want to to book for them tickets, and these tickets are going for over 1 million, 2 million, and you don't have the money, and they will only pay after you have purchased the tickets. So that becomes a challenge. Yeah. Then the other challenge is there is high competition in the tour industry. We have so many of us doing tours, so trying to stand out, to stack up against competition, that is also a great challenge. But still we keep researching. I have a team of young professionals who do research on the hidden gems in Kenya, so that we are not selling what every other tour company is selling, and it's not just the destination but also the experiences. So we are always innovating on the best experiences for our customers so that they can come back to us. So we have along the way learned we are not competing against price, because that is also another challenge, because we are given the same prices by the hotels, and so when we try to compete on prices, it becomes quite a challenge, because you'll find big customers, because as we are a startup, you'll find big companies offering very, very low rates. So we realize as a company we are not competing on prices, but we are competing on the service that we deliver, on the quality of our packages, on the quality of our experiences. We go out of our way to ensure that your experience is not the same. I mean, you can't get it anywhere else. So you are not we don't just book for you the flight and the accommodation and the transfers. We go out of our way and do research on the experiences that you can create as a person, whether you're a solo traveler or you're traveling as a family. What are the experiences that would make your time with your family memorable? So we insert activities that are child friendly, if that family includes includes children, and we also make sure that the experiences are they fit the age of your children. And if you're traveling as a couple, what experiences do you want? So that is why we do an interview of our clients to just understand, what do you expect, what do you want, and then we offer, we match our packages with your expectations, with your interest, and also with your budget, to ensure that the moment you book with us and you travel, then coming back, you want to travel again with us, because the experience was quite memorable, and it was personalized, and it was customized to fit your needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, what you've traveled a lot.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of destinations, and you've visited a lot of sites. So which is your best? And maybe your best moments, or maybe your best site, or best destination you visited, and maybe the worst experience with a client.
Okay. My best, I have many places.
Okay.
But I can pick out one. Is one I did as a solo traveler. I went to Watamu. I really loved Watamu because of the beaches, and also I did an interaction with the locals. And so I traveled during COVID, and that time the business of the people who operate along the beach was very, very low, because I'm always about impact. I'm a social impact professional, and so I care so much as I'm doing business. How is it affecting the locals? Is it affecting them positively? Especially economically. And so I got to engage them and hear their stories and what they do. They rely on tourism. And so at that time, the beaches were empty. And so having one-on-one with them and getting to learn how they live their livelihood, and that really inspired me on taking this business to the next level, to create, work for these people, for the locals, such that wherever you go in this country, and also in East Africa, there is a local person that benefits from your travel, or rather from your tour there. So that is why I said earlier on that we try to embed social impact in our business and in all the packages, such that you're not only traveling for leisure, but also your travel package impacts the life of one person in that locality. And so Watamu holds such a memorable moment for me, because it was the first time I traveled alone, and I had time to reflect on myself and on business, and also to interact with the locals. And then the place is beautiful. I slept at Hemingway's Watamu, and it was quite good. Yeah. My worst experience with the client, which one was that? Okay, I have had not so many, but I've had the one that am I trying to remember? I think it's because I don't keep grudges, so I'm not able even to remember what was the worst where the client books, and then they realize that people will keep checking other sites and other travel agents. You have booked for them, and then now you realize that they come back to you. They're like, "Oh, Phoebe, it's like you're conning us, because we went to this other site, and to this other company, and they're offering this for this cost." And so that really, like when somebody tells you that, that's quite heavy. And so I was like, that was our cost. We sent you the quotation, you agreed to the quotation. We sent an invoice, you paid a deposit so that we start processing your visa. So for now, because we have already processed the visa, and you have found another company that can offer less than what we offered you, I think we can just give you the visa and allow you to go to the other company. So that we don't want you to travel when you're feeling like you didn't get value for your money, or rather we overcharged you. And so client, I think they just want, I don't know what they wanted, but I settled on that. I was like, it's, you know what, I like when you travel, travel feeling that you're giving, we are giving you value for your money, and the travel, or rather your trip, is memorable.
Yeah,
but
sure.
when you feel like you are overcharged, you'll not be happy. So
Yeah.
I was happy with returning their money and giving them the visa, and not making money even after processing the visa. That was a very bad experience. But even after telling them it's okay, you can you can proceed with the other package. After 2 days they come back and they're like, oh no, their package doesn't include some of the activities you have given us, so we will proceed with you. So that still they traveled with us, but that was quite not a good experience.
Yeah, it isn't. So they try you a lot.
Yeah, they do.
It requires a lot of patience,
a lot of patience, a lot of grace, a lot of wisdom.
Sure.
Yeah, and then you have to respect the clients. You also have to respect their voice and also their concerns.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a family involved. You have your side of your family.
Yeah.
At times you have to you are traveling a lot, especially during this festive season.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, family and work?
When I'm a supporter of family, and especially children, because I really love children. What I do, I balance my time. So I have made it intentional that I'm the one who drops the kids to school every day. And so that gives me a chance to spend time with them in the morning, prepare them, have breakfast with them, and then drop them to school. And then, so like during the week, because there's not much travel, I have time with them. I have quality time with them, and I ensure by 4:30 when they're back at home, I'm also back at home just to do homework with them, and also get to spend time with them and listen to their stories on how their day has been. So yeah, so they don't feel left out when now, like almost every Saturday I'm gone. I'm not gone every Saturday, but I know I travel a lot. But to compensate on that, at least I'm with them every morning when dropping them to school and spending time with them. Yeah, and also I create also packages that will involve them. So one weekend, I'm a very random person. So sometimes I have created packages for children where I ask parents to pay, and these are parents who trust me. And so when I say we are going to Lake Magadi or we are going to Camp Dunda, they sign up. Like the best I've ever created was at Camp Dunda. I had 26 children.
Wow.
And I will ensure in such trips my kids are also part of that. Then their birthdays, I get out of my way, or rather create something memorable, like celebrate their birthday in the park, and invite their friends, so they go with their friends, and we do like bush breakfast. And so that makes it memorable, and they feel part of the business and part of what I am doing. Yeah.
Dealing with kids is quite challenging, I can tell you.
Yeah.
So, so there's someone out there watching right now, and they have a dream of starting a tours and travel company. Maybe what advice do you have for them? Just anyone who's getting inspired by you to start all this.
Well, I would tell them, one, you need to know whether it's your passion. And secondly, entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted, because if you are formally employed, then all of a sudden there's no money coming end month. So for you to have money to pay, and remember there are bills, and you have to continue living. So you have to be very prepared mentally when you're getting into the business. And then you also have to remember, tours is not like a shop where you open every morning and you expect people to come. It is dependent on referrals and also marketing. Plus it has seasons. We have high season, we have low season, we have festive season. So you have to really be a good planner so that whatever you make during high season and festive season takes care of your low season. Because during low season, you might go even for a month with 1 or 2 clients. So how do you pay salaries? How do you pay your bills? How do you pay yourself? So you really have to do your research, prepare yourself mentally, and also get to decide what do you want to offer. Because you cannot offer tours and travel for everyone. So you have to really do your market research and also define who is your clientele and what will you be selling. Will you be selling safaris? Will you be selling safaris and cultural experience? Will you be selling beach holidays? Will you be selling conference tourism? Will you be selling golf tourism? And then where is your client? It's very important. Where do you find them? Because you don't just wake up and people trust you with their 100,000. You know, 100,000 may sound very little, but still to another person it's a lot of money. So actually those are the experiences that I got. Somebody has paid you 100,000 and they'll keep calling. Have you booked? I'm calling the hotel to ensure that you have booked. Because clearly I'm not trusting you with my 100,000. But you totally understand them. They don't know you. Maybe they haven't even met you, but they have paid 100,000. So how sure are they you have booked and paid the hotel? So it's also a business of trust. So as you run the business, you also have to be trustworthy. And also excellence is required to ensure that all the planning is smooth and it is seamless, so that your clients can come back.
Thanks for that. And that's it for today. Make sure you follow our videos on our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.